Hey guys, how are you doing? In today's video, I'm going to share with you the most simple method to defragment your conditioning. Defragmenting your conditioning, your inner resistance, will lead you into your highest timeline where everything manifests super fast and effortless. So you really want to know how to do this, and I feel it's something that nobody ever taught me in school. I just came about this world when everybody was sort of like in emotional denial and emotional suppression. And so it took me a long time to learn how to do this, but actually it's very simple. And also it's sort of like a hygiene, like you need to brush your teeth and you also need to defragment your emotional landscape. Otherwise, you will feel like stagnant, constricted, inner resistance, self-doubt to your desires, and even anxieties and worse disorders may arise when we simply are not informed about our own soul, our own emotional landscape. So let me give you a really simple analogy that works. What are emotions? What is subconscious? What is all of this? Like, man, this human is a super complex thing. And then you have these waves of feeling different throughout the day. And then you set a goal and you set a desire, and then your mood fluctuates. And then, it's like a process. You're a fluid process, and it's never quite the same. Okay? So that's good if you know how to dance to the tune of your own soul. If you imagine a song, it will have like a whole arrangement where da-na-na-na, something warms up, and then everybody starts singing, and then we go into like a little bit like sway, like going down a little bit, and then da-da-da-da-da, and then a crescendo. And so every good pop tune will have like these different moods integrated into one landscape. And so you are also a pop song, or your soul is. But let's understand first that persona or soul is just all of the impressions of you as an individual. Everything that you ever heard made you feel something. Now, sometimes things happen and they make you feel like a lot of things all at once, right? But sometimes it's just you hear things, let's say you're having a dinner with your friends and then you mention a million things. Now, these things will leave subtle impressions. Some things may have you laugh in a hilarious manner, just like laugh out loud. Some things might make you cry or like have you feeling sad. But all of the little things that you might not notice, they create little emotional impressions. Now, emotional impressions, they have their own consciousness, meaning that they are part of your one consciousness, okay, your individual ray of consciousness, but then they might form like micro beings. So you can like call them maybe sub-personalities. So your soul would be one sheet of energy, right, that makes up your total personality. And as you know, you have a few personalities. You may be like a cutie patootie. You may be like a savage. You may be like a brilliant genius, right? You may be a lot of things. So it is important to know yourself and the aspects and the sub-aspects of yourself before you can really write out your genius. Okay, if you don't know these emotional beings, then what? Parts of your energy are stuck somewhere in the subconscious. Your consciousness becomes fragmented. These parts want to come into the play, into this playground. They want to find an expression. They want to find their, if you impress something, you want to express it. If you emoted about something, you want to put that impression to use. Okay. And so, if you don't know yourself, if you don't know your subconscious, mysterious, emotional landscape that's full of like angels and demons and little Pokemons, then really you're not even able to consciously drive the action towards your desire. Okay? Because it's like running a company. You are the head of company, and here you have all the employees, and they are not managed. They're all doing separate tasks because there's no one to round up the parliament and say, okay, what do we feel about this? What do we feel about that? What do we feel about this? What do we feel about that? So when you have your parliament, okay, you as a head of company, you have your parliament come, right? This is what you call the Christ, because the Christ is a crown on your head. So you are the manager or CEO, okay? You're running the operation of your whole personality. And in your personality, there are all these little Pokemons. There are all these little beings. And because emotions are made from frequencies, all of them will have different colors. Okay, so that's something cute. To introduce yourself to your team, first you have to feel the feelings that are in your body, okay, everywhere. So that's something that you just observe and you feel into it. And then you start to give them color or perceive their color, or imagine they would have a color, so you start to perceive their color. Then you imagine their shape, and they'll be like little Pokemons, furry, black, angry Pokemon. It's like, and then blue one with like huggy arms and just like meow, meow, meow. And then the green one just like meow, meow, meow. And so all of them are kind of like a fragmented structure before you start to put them together. Now, when you start to put them together, your life force starts to be like crazy, just like so much life is now flowing through you. If you do not put them together, you feel stagnant, compressed, depressed, fragmented, anxious. Now, why do we have anxiety arise in our body as a feeling that's just uncomfortable? Because there is actually a struggle between these different Pokemons, okay, these different sub-personalities that are trying to achieve something for you, but they're not synchronized. So they're like pulling you. Have you ever had this like experience, okay? You desire something, but at the same time, in your body you feel resistance to that. Okay. Say you want to just like, okay, so let me give you like a comic relief type of scenario. So let's say I want to get wild. I want to get freaky. I'm in a party and there's just a feeling, I'm just going to rip my clothes off and I'm just going to like jump on the bar and helicopter my dick. Can I say dick on YouTube? Yes, I can. I'm going to helicopter my dick in front of everybody. That's a crazy idea and kind of like cool and so liberating, but then there would be like another emotional being saying, yo, look, yo, can't do this, right? And so one of them would have a greater energy. They would be like bigger and tougher. So maybe the one that is conditioning me to like stay civil is saying like, yo, like, don't do that. Like, you're going to embarrass yourself. Like, the people are going to like, all right? So now I can't do it because there's inner conflict. Now I can't get my desire met, right? Maybe I want to have a lot of money. I'm like, it would be so cool to be a millionaire. I would just, do whatever, go buy some breakfast and do other things millionaires do because it's just cool. But maybe I would go to a, like an exclusive resort type of thing. And then I'm like, okay, let's make 1 million. And then the another part of me was like, oh, it's gonna take too much effort. You know how many hours I have to put in, and then it's like, the inner negotiation is not working for me because there's like a split in my consciousness and in my energy, and it's pulling me into two different directions. So until we have this split, we have this inner fragmentation, and desire cannot actually realize itself. Now here's a cool thing. Here's a cool thing for you. If you can actually make yourself feel like you're just ripping your clothes off and you're just jumping on that bar and just, whatever, dancing crazy. I went too far with like helicoptering my device. But let's just say you're getting freaky, you're getting wild, right? And so, or you're feeling like you're a millionaire. Life's gonna give you ways where you can have that experience, act that out, because this is just a theater. And it does not probably include judgment from everybody because you jumped on the bar. But here's what's going to happen if you have this inner conditioning, this inner resistance, and you do jump on a bar. Everybody's going to judge you. Because you, inside of yourself, are judging yourself. And then, if you have this inner conditioning, like it's so hard to be a millionaire, then you're going to try to get that money, to get that cake. And it's going to be hard. And it's just going to be a drag. Because your inner emotional landscape is creating your reality, right? Now, if you can transform your emotional landscape, which I'm going to explain in detail, okay, it's actually very simple. If you can integrate these different beings, then you can create new ones that are going to be completely authorized to do whatever they want to do and just be joyful. Be a joyful millionaire, be a joyful, party animal, yes? Or anything else that you want to do, right? So it's the inner resistance of this soul fragmentation that is always blocking us. So, goddamn you, soul, for blocking me. Actually, there's no one to be upset with. Oh, who gave me these conditionings? The ancestors with their goddamn karma. Or just the society with its goddamn conditioning, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You have the keys to your car. So you unlock you take the hood up, the hood, I don't know, the car hood. And you find out what the Pokemons are, and then just have a friendly freaking conversations because all of these little monsters, they want to help you out. They want to work for you, they want to achieve things for you, but you don't know who's running the operation. They don't know who's running the operation. They're like in the subconscious, they're like pulling something from the darkness of the subconscious. They're reactive, they're clingy, they're showing resistance, they're in battle with one another. So that ain't cool because you're not getting anywhere like this. Now, as a good head of your company, you need to have board meetings, man. How do you think the company is not going to run itself? You need to sit down and have a board meeting with all of your emotional beings. Now, maybe that's going to be if you neglected your emotional landscape for years. Maybe one meeting is not going to do it, right? Maybe you're going to take a year to restructure the company. and just make an operation that is efficient and works and your employees are happy because they're performing for you. Now they can get you results. But if you were just a lazy CEO, right, then your operation is probably chaotic and it's messy. And I don't mean Lionel Messi because he got the operation running. I mean messy as fuck. So, okay, let's cut the beautiful comical relief explaining and go down to business. What do you desire? Picture your desire, one of your desires. Picture one of your desires or all of your desires. Like, you know how we do manifestation? You imagine right now that you are in a timeline where all of your desires are already true. So you're just sleeping and your bed is made of like dollar bills. And you're like, so cuddly. And your cushion and your sheets, they're just made of money. And so you're a dragon, a money dragon, just gold and money, and then you put it all over you and you're like warm. So now you're one cuddly dragon. So you're a very rich dragon, of course, because your cave, your nest, they're full of money, right? And then your tribe is there, your family is there, and everybody's happy and everybody's cute and everybody's singing, and you're doing fun things, and you're like so powerful and magical and strong, and you're just singing and laughing and dancing and like whatever. You can do 1,000,000 push-ups, whatever, you're having sex, you're making love, you're eating ice cream, you're eating cookies. Okay, I'm talking about myself because these are my desires, obviously. But I guess they're yours too because they come from the collective, right? All of the desires, they come from collective. So you want all the things that are, proclaimed by everybody else who ever played the game of life to be amazing experiences. When you hear it and people are sharing them with like great emotions, your emotional body reacts is like, put that in the mood board, put that in the mood board, Ferrari, put that in the mood board, put that in the mood board, trophy wife, put that in the mood board, me being rich, put that in the mood board, living in a exotic retreat, put that in the mood board, vacating, I don't know, whatever, right? So you just put all the things that look amazing in your mood board automatically because emotional synchronization with other people. Okay, they share about these things. So, of course, you want it. And you can put it in one scene. Or you can focus on one specific thing. And then you want to go and you want to be like, okay, how aligned am I right now from 1 to 10 with this lifestyle, with this timeline, with me being that actor in that timeline? Is my resonance, is my current role, is my current personality, individuality, vibration resonant to that from 1 to 10? You test it out. Now, when you map this out energetically, you'll say, okay, I'm 8 out of 10 aligned, so that means I'm really close. I'm already living the life of my dreams. Almost. There's still like, 20%, just something is not in resonance. Or you may say, I've been running this company so poorly that I am 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 10. I am nowhere near energetical alignment with my desires. Okay, and then what to do? So you're just gonna map that too, or that 20% resistance, or that 90% resistance, right? That is, which is not alignment. If your alignment is 8 out of 10, then you have 2 resistance, right? So you map that out in your body. You say, wait, where do I feel this resistance? And you might feel, okay, like it's like here, or like here, or like here, or like here, or in your lower chakras that are not in this frame right now. And so you map it out energetically. This is where your energetic team is that hasn't been updated. Now, if you feel that you're only 1 out of 10 aligned with your highest timeline, yeah, then it might feel like resistance is all over your body. But don't worry, because now this resistance, you can rebrand it. You can understand that whatever you feel as nuisance, as something that is like in the body, is doesn't feel good, even feels like stuck and painful. You can start looking at that with a new lens. Okay, this is the Harry Potter lens. Okay, so you will now see that this is your life force that needs to be re-employed. So it's already working for you. It just hasn't been actually addressed and programmed to work for you in a way that is driving towards your best life. Okay. Now, when you map this out, you wanna start to visualize the color and the shape of little beings that live inside. You may want to give them names or just call them blue furry monster, yellow triangle monster, green spiky Pokemon, red brick, black Pokemon of death and annihilation, whatever. They're all qualities of your emotional body that you can play with. And how to do it? You're just going to ask these guys one by one, what do you want to do for me? Okay, so the emotion, we sometimes interpret the emotions in duality. Oh, she made me feel this way. Okay, I'm angry at you. But look, if you have an angry emotional body, like an angry Pokemon, you're angry at your own company, your own head of company, your own board of directors. You're angry because you want to change how you feel, right? So it's not being angry at someone. And then if you're feeling sad or hurt, it's not about who made you feel hurt. So it's never about other people, are just reflections. So this emotional maturity, right? So it's not, oh, you did this to me, I hate you, right? This is this is fun, but it's childish. This is about, what does the sadness want to teach me? What does the sadness want from me? Well, the sadness now tells me it wants me to actually feel happy. Okay. What is the frustration, the angry Pokemon? What does it want to do for me? It wants to move me to follow my direction. So where I get sad, where I get frustrated because I'm out of alignment with myself, and then I end up in situations that were kind of just reflecting my poor choices because I wasn't integrated and aligned, because I had all these guys running in all these little different directions, right? And so that's okay. Forgive myself because I didn't know better. But now let's have all of these guys integrated. So you start by mapping them out. Then you start by asking them what they want to do for you. Now here's the thing. When they were operating from the subconscious and the other Pokemons were creating resistance, they weren't able to perform for you. But how do you integrate them? You integrate them simply by this little method. So let's say you visualize something that you're feeling in your body that is a resistance to your desire, right? And then let me just grab a couple of Pokemons actually. Okay, so I got Mr. Actual Pikachu, my spirit animal. I got Mr. Snoopy. He's a master of Zen arts. Yes. I have my animal. It's like savage, like tiger, like it's very sexy. And then I have my, well, I guess this guy is kind of like a sporty. He's like Sporty Joe. I don't know why I'm like, what does the Sporty Joe want from me? Oh, yeah, okay, to like do some, I don't know, masculine endeavors. Like this is what this Pokemon wants from me. So basically, here's what you're doing. You're visualizing. You can make little drawings. They don't need to be super nice or cool. You can just like draw them, give them names on a piece of paper. It may be helpful for you to communicate or visualize them in this way when you just give them a freaking shape and form on paper. Or you're just like, what is the color? Green. What does the Pokemon look like? Looks like a cloud, dispersed cloud that does not even have a shape. Great. What is the color? Green. What does the dispersed cloud want to do for you? What does this dispersed cloud want to do for you? And then listen to what this guy, the dispersed green cloud, or the tiger, or Pikachu, or any of them say that they want to do for you. And here's the magnificence. When they say, I want you to follow your path, or I want you to stay out of trouble, or I want you to get this shit done, or I want you to, right? Or in another way, that Pokemon is saying, I want to get that shit done for you. Or I want us to together get, this is an integrated emotion. It's no longer a part of you. It becomes an integrated part of you. It comes into your heart, and now you are that Pokemon. You integrated it. Now you can just do that, get that done, right? And this one is, I want to hug everybody. Well, when you integrate them, you just be naturally just hugging everybody, right? And this one is, I want to play fight and just roar. And then when you integrate it, you just be like, hey, right? And then this one is like, I want to do the, what is this called? This device for rope. Let's do rope. So when I integrate him, I'll just like wake up and then take the rope and I'll jump the rope. And then everything becomes really effortless, because now it's not just disintegrating information all across the field. It's just like bringing all of these little emotional beings into awareness. And here's the key. When they tell you the things that they want to do for you, you just imagine around you in your imagination, in your astral, in your projection of your imagination, that you are the first person in a movie scene or a timeline where that thing that this guy or whatever guy wanted to do for you is now happening. So you quantum jump yourself into a timeline where this desire is already realized. Okay. And this allows this little guy, then, because he was stuck somewhere and couldn't get that desire met, jump rope or hug everyone or whatever before, because that information couldn't be embodied because he was fragmented here. Now you bring him to your heart and you imagine like already like hugging everybody. So you can solve your problems with this little game when you're sitting in your chair at home. Okay. And then now you imagine hugging everyone, seeing like your mom, hugging your dad, hugging your kid, hugging your dog, hugging stranger, like random people in the street, just like, okay, good hug. And that's integrated now. So now hugging will happen spontaneously as you go about your life, because this one has become solidified. And then you need to inspect the other resistance. Now, what creates anxiety? It's simply that these two are pulling you in a different direction. So let's say this is me, this is my enlightened Pokemon. So I just want to be like zoned out in a meditation, right? But it's my animal Pokemon that just want to like behave in a completely different way. If they're not conjoined, and I just become a fluidity of all of these emotions, so I can express myself in any way possible, then one of them is going to be dominant, and then the other one is going to create inner anxiety, because they're going to have a mini battle inside of yourself, but in your subconscious, where you're not even realizing what's happening. You're just feeling anxious in your body. Okay, so in case of me going to the party and being the party animal, right? And if I talk myself out of it, if I don't integrate that freakish urge to just get freaky, then what's going to happen? ultimately, my like party Pokemon is gonna whisper from the subconscious that I should have that drug or have another tequila, right? And then people are just gonna give me like something and then a few of these, and then he will be, ha, take over, ha, party, right? So this is how they find sneaky ways to actually come into embodiment. These little sneaky monsters, they will like then talk you into something that is gonna come from your subconscious, like a shadow overtake, all right? And all of these workers then now making a strike because you haven't addressed them, and they are trying to fulfill your freakish desires, right? Your needs. So then, what to do? They are going to organize a strike and a shadow takeover. Have another tequila, the voice will whisper, and then you, after a few tequilas, this guy, he's unconscious, and these guys, it's a takeover, let's do all the freaky stuff ever, right? So this is why we have a condition setting, I don't know, in a 9-to-5 job, 5 days a week, and then on the weekend, we're behaving like a completely different person. But if you want to feel not anxious within yourself, then you want to integrate that your business persona and your party persona and all of these other aspects of yourself, your angel, your tiger, your demon, whatever, they're all integrated. I hope that helps. Do check out my offers, which is Pokemon sessions, Pokemon integration sessions, 0 point course, 0 point sessions, etc. I'm on Instagram, avatar _academy, and then I'm here on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed yet, then do subscribe if this is like rocking your boat. If not, I'll see you on the flip side. Ciao.